Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. I've had a couple of requests to show how I block my items. Now, I don't block blankets, I don't block hats, I block very little, or as little as I possibly can. It's probably why I make my shawls so big, so that they're just big and they don't need to be blocked. But anyway, I have a cowl here that I've made and I'm going to block it, and I figured I'd show you. Now, you'll have to excuse the quality of the video. I use my iPad for all of my videotaping and editing, which is very little. But I didn't think that this channel was going to grow as quickly as it has. So maybe I should look into start shopping for better equipment. And I'm also maybe looking for a microphone, because I know a few of you have mentioned that my volume quality is low. I do apologize for that. I'm talking as loudly as I can, but maybe a microphone is in my future. Anyway, that's besides the point. I figured I'd show you how I block my items. First of all, I have my items. I block everything on these mats that I get at the dollar store. They're fairly decent size, so a lot of smaller items can fit on one. But then if you need more, you click them in together and you have a bigger work surface. Now, I do everything on my dining room table, but everything in here is hard surfaces, so just clean up. But if you have carpet, I would probably do this in like kitchen maybe. Now, what I do is I just get a bowl of water. This is big enough for this particular cowl. Now, I have a family friend that I've known her for 30 years or so, and what she does, she's an older lady, and what she does is she takes vanilla and she puts a little dab here and a little dab there, and it makes her huggable. She smells like a cookie. So I thought, well, why can't I do that with little things that you wear around your face? I know a lot of people are allergic to perfumes and things, so essences like vanilla should be pretty safe, I think. I've used the banana flavoring as well, almond, mint in the winter. But and I would not suggest this with anything that is very light color or white. I've never tried it, but I wouldn't want the vanilla to stain the work that I've made. So what I do is, in this big bowl of water, I just take a very tiny little bit of vanilla, like very, very little, and then stir it up, and then so that's the vanilla. And you don't have to use the good stuff. Save the good stuff for your baking. And then all I do is I soak. Now, normally I would just let it soak. Now I know if it's acrylic, the scent won't last as long because it's just sitting on the surface. But if it's a natural fiber like cotton or wool, it'll absorb into the fiber and it'll last a little longer. So all I do is squeeze it out. Now, like I said, you could do this over your kitchen sink, and but I don't worry too much about draining too much. Anyway, so that's done. So now it's soaked, and then I will just lay it out, and then comes the fun part. I use T-pins. Actually, I use any kind of pins, anything that I have on hand. And then you start. If it's a square item, I start with the corners. If it's a triangular one, obviously you're going to have 3 corners. So start with the corners. And then those will have to be moved. Now, then I just start pin, 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 pin. Every couple of millimeters or like half an inch, you put a pin. And you keep stretching until you get the shape that you want. And you keep stretching. Yeah. Now you don't have to use the scents. You could, I'm assuming you could probably even use like little bit of scented soap if you like that. But I worry about people's allergies. So that's why I use the stuff out of my kitchen. I figure if it's good to ingest, it should be okay to be worn. And yeah, I like the smell of vanilla, so. And it's just a tiny little bit, don't overdo it, because you don't want to overdo anything. So I just, tiny little bit, and it just gives it an essence of, and I guess that's why the essences that, you know, the natural essences that you can buy are probably would work really well. I'm too cheap for that, so I just use, I go in my kitchen and I find something that smells good, like vanilla. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I just wanted to give you an idea. I'm not sure if I can take my iPad to show you, but I will try. So basically, and then I weave in my ends after I finish blocking, just in case it looks awful and I have to pull it all out. Okay, so you get the idea. Anyway, I'm gonna try to lift up my iPad and show you. Let's see here. Goodness, this is not working very well. Okay, there we go. So that's what my blocking looks like. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then I will probably leave this probably at least 24 hours, if not more. I'll probably end up, to be honest with you, I'll probably end up forgetting about it. And then when the next time I walk in here, I'll be like, oh yeah, I got something blocking. And then it'll be ready to go. I don't really have anything else to add. I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish blocking this, and we'll talk soon.